Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. So, in this one, I am going to be sharing my West Indies Championship team of the season. Now, the comment section is open. So, when you disagree with my team of the season, not if, when you disagree with my team of the season, please make sure you share your team in the comment section so I can take a look at it and see if you have someone in your team that I could probably remove someone from my team and put them in. Right? But as of now, this is the team that I am working with. And just to add before we go down into the team, I might have to move a couple batsmen around a little bit. Not big, but we might have 2 or 3 players batting at number 3 or 4 that performed well for different teams, and I need to find a way to fit them in. So I might have to, just tweak it a little bit. But we are not gonna have a number 3 batsman batting at number 6 or 7 just to get him in the team, if you understand what I mean, right? So opening from in my team, I have John Campbell. John Campbell returning to competitive cricket and captaining the Jamaica Scorpions. His opening partner will be Joan Jeremiah. Right? So those are the 2 players I have opening the innings. Just to remind you, John Campbell, in his 6 games, he scored 517 runs. Right? 517 runs is what we got from him at an average of 47. Right? 517 at an average of 47. And, in terms of centuries, he scored 3 centuries. He contributed to the Jamaica Scorpions campaign this season. Now, Joan Jeremiah, playing for the combined campuses and colleges, he will open with John Campbell in this one. Playing in 7 games, he scored 495 runs. Right, 495 runs, and that's at an average of 38.08. Not the highest, but opening I will take that. 38.08. He had 1 century in the tournament. A high score of, let me give you his high score. A high score of 107. John Campbell, he scored 126. That was his high score. Right? So those are the 2 guys I have opening. At number 3, we're going with Kevlin Anderson from out of Guyana, right? Guyana Harpy Eagles. They ended up winning the title, right? Performed extremely well. We definitely hope that he has a bright future ahead of him, right? So he comes in at number 3 in this team. And let me just give you his numbers. Right, 573 runs in his 7 games. 573 runs. I think he finished like the 4th highest run scorer, right? 573 at an average of 71.63. Right, 71.63. Highest score of 116. 3 centuries in the championship in 2025. So Anderson bats at number 3 in my team. At number 4, we're going with Jason Mohammed, the experienced campaigner from out of Trinidad and Tobago, right? Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. He ended as the leading run scorer. We would have seen him this season. I think at times he probably batted at number 3, 4, probably 5, right? But we're in this team, I have him batting at number 4. So Jason Mohammed, 679 runs. The only player to amass over 600 runs. 679, average of 75.44, 4 centuries, and a top score of 204. We remember that double century that he scored. So he gets in this team at number 4, Jason Mohammed. At number 5, Joshua Da Silva. Now, Joshua Da Silva, we saw him for Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, batted at 5. Sometimes I think I saw him at 6 and probably 4. Well, probably not 4, but 6 and 5. But in this team, I have him at number 5. He did pretty well with the bat this season, and he comes into this team at number 5. I think he finished as the second leading run scorer in the championship, scoring 583 runs in 6 innings. So that's impressive. Only well, not 6 innings, 6 games, right? 583 runs, average of 64.78. 2 centuries for Joshua Da Silva, top score of 152. So that's where we're going. Joshua Da Silva at number 5. This is where it gets a little bit tricky now, my people. The number 6 slot. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, just a bit, because I had to do a lot of reasoning with myself to come up with this decision here. Now, Jamar Hamilton. I have Jamar Hamilton and Tevin Imlach. These are the two players that I was contemplating on who to select from, right? Now, the thing is, both men, their stats aren't too far apart. Now, Tevin Imlach, he batted in one less game, right? He played 6 games. Finished with an average of 67.25, right? Tevin Imlach, 67.25. Jamar Hamilton, 57.3. That's his average, 57.3. And Imlach, 67.25. Hamilton scored 35 more runs than Imlach, playing in 1 game more, right? So Hamilton amassed 573 runs in 7 games at an average of 57.3. Now, Tevin Imlach in 6 games, 538, average of 67.25, right? As I said, 35 runs difference. I really and truly wanted Hamilton in the team, but I think if I look into it, I will take Imlach's leadership over 35 runs. I'm not saying that Hamilton didn't contribute more than just the 35 runs that he scored more than him. Obviously, he was behind the wickets. I'm not seeing the stats in terms of the amount of catches taken that he took and stumpings. But if I am weighing up the two, as much as though Jamar Hamilton had 35 more runs than him, I still have to look at it and say, Imlach batted in 1 less innings, scoring at an average of 67, point 0.25. Hamilton 57.3. Take nothing away from Hamilton though, and you will hear closer to the end of the video what my plans are for Hamilton. So Tevin Imlach gets in at number 6, and he will be captain in the team, right? So Tevin Imlach captains the team. I don't even have to wait until I finish. He bats at number 6 and he captains the team. So those are the batsmen that I am working with. Now, at number 7, I wanted to use Matthew Ford as the all-rounder, right? Wanted to use Matthew Ford as the all-rounder. I won't do it though. I won't do it at all, because the spinners dominated. The spinners dominated the championship. So I will have to go with a spinning all-rounder. Somebody that is probably going to bowl a lot of overs, but they will also contribute with the bat. This is not me sidestepping what Matthew Ford did, but at number 7, I will have to go with Joshua Bishop, right? I just have to go with Joshua Bishop at 7. And I was really impressed with how he performed throughout the championship. Batting and bowling, he did pretty well for his team. So I have to say big shout out to Joshua Bishop. Now, Bishop in 7 games, he picked up 33 wickets, the second highest, right? 33 wickets in those 7 games. Average of 25.73, economy of 3.67. So that is how it went for Joshua Bishop. So he comes in at number 7 in my team. Shout out to him. Kyrie Peer, he's up next at number 8. Right, we can probably tweak things around with the batting, right? With the bowlers, it doesn't really matter who bats first when they come down to here. So Kyrie Peer, he comes in at number 8 after Joshua Bishop, and I must say, big shout out to Kyrie Peer. He did pretty well. Obviously, he didn't end up winning the championship, but he did really, really well. He ended as the leading wicket taker. I mean, we're going to do a different video talking about the leading wicket takers, leading run scorers and stuff. But as I am on this, Carrier, 7 matches, picking up 41 wickets, the only man to get in the 40s. 41 wickets, average of 13.56, economy of 2.59. Right, probably should look at his best bowling figures. Best bowling in an innings, 8 for 27. Joshua Bishop, 7 for 85. So Kyrie Pierre comes in at number 8. At number 9, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. Right, I was impressed with how he performed this season. I have to say a shout out to him. Big congratulations for putting his hand up. And I'm hoping that we'll see more of him in the future. Right, so he played all 7 games. In terms of wickets, he picked up 28 wickets, right? 28 wickets, and we're talking about an average of 16.86, economy of 3.19. So Ali Mohammed, he comes in that team there at number 9. No, for Joanne Lane, he's the next one. Joanne Lane, big shout out to him. Looked really good. I was really impressed with how he performed. So I definitely have to put him in this team. Played 6 games. Walked away with 27 wickets. Best in an innings, 6 for 30. Right. I don't remember if I said Ali Mohammed's best. 6 for 17. Lane, 6 for 30. Right. Economy of 4.08. Average of 15.89. So we say shout out to Lane, right? There he comes into that team at number 9. Or is that number 10? Number 10, I think that is number 10. Yeah, man. He comes in at number 10. And to close out this list now, my people, this is where I have to highlight a couple of seamers. I could have gone with Brad Barnes. He looked really good. I was impressed with him throughout the championship. Shemar Holder also looked good. Joshua James, he really and truly did some good work. You understand? He did some good work. I could easily have him as the final man in this. Right? O'Shane Thomas also did well. O'Shane Thomas. Marquino Minley also did well. But I'm going to go with a left arm seamer to close it off. Raymond Simmons. Right, Raymond Simmons. I mean, Joshua James, as I said, I was leaning towards him because of his economy. He bowled pretty well throughout the championship. But I wasn't going to put him ahead of Lane here. Wasn't going to put him ahead of Ali Mohammed. Right, so I have to go with, I just have to go with Raymond Simmons. As I said, I'm looking for that variation there with the left arm bowler. 19 wickets for him. Not a lot of wickets in comparison to especially the spinners, but 19 wickets. Something else that we have to look at, he played only 5 games, right? So he has 19 wickets, but he played 5 games. Now, 6 for 94, that was his best in an innings. Well, my bad. 6 for 27, that was his best. 6 for 27, average of 17.84, economy of 3.14. So that is how it went, my viewers and subscribers. The other seamers, as I said, they could have easily got in. Some of them, O'Shane Thomas, Joshua James, Matthew Ford, Shemar Holder, Brad Barnes. Some of these guys, Marquino Minley, they looked good, but I need that left arm pacer in the team. So that is basically it. So let's just go through. John Campbell 1, Jeremiah 2, Anderson 3, Mohammed 4, Da Silva 5, Imlak 6, and captain in the team. Who else do we have after Imlak? After Imlak, we go Joshua Bishop at 7, Kyrie Pierre 8, Ali Mohammed 9, Lane, he's at 10, and Raymond Simmons finishes it off at 11. Just to close it up now, my people, Jamar Hamilton, he will be my 12th man. If we need a batsman, if we're in need of a batsman, he will be the first choice to replace someone. right? He scored a lot of runs. As I said, I had to weigh things in terms of, because of the gloves, you know. Imlach is going to keep, I had to go with Imlach based on his captaincy and stuff like that. But, you know, if we're to bring in, if we're supposed to bring in a keeper, it's obviously going to be Hamilton. And if we're going to go and get a batsman to replace someone, then it's going to be Hamilton. So that is my team of the season. Comment section is there. Once again, when you finish disagreeing, remember to leave your team of the season. Big up.